Okay, guys, let's talk about the day because being a lawyer, I am practicing more than 5 months. It's about to 6 months, and I am practicing daily of English speaking practice. Why I practice daily? Because of there is no purpose I have except this to gain fluency, to become fluent in English. My purpose is easy and simple, and I am focused for my target because this is my target. Without getting it, I can't even feeling like a sustainable in this profession because being a lawyer, this is my duty. I feel this is my duty to defend my client, to argue for my client in the High Court and Supreme Court. And I always say the same lines in my most of these videos. You know what? Why? Because I am manifesting my journey. This is why I try to say more times whenever I shoot the video because sometimes I think like I don't have anything to speak about. Let's talk about why I'm just learning English. It is easy and simple. And most of the times because even I am making this video and you are guys watching this video and now you are just thinking he is also a beginner, why would I see his video? Because of I am so consistent, you can see through my all videos I have uploaded on YouTube that how a person can be consistent on his journey. I am so consistent because most people start learning but they don't end after getting learned. You know what? Why? Because in the middle or in between the journey they feel frustrated because I always if I talk about my experience, I was also thinking at a time that I am stucking right now and I can't be fluent because I am from the Hindi background. This is why I can't be fluent in English because English is not my mother language or mother tongue. This is another language, so I can't speak in English without having an environment of English speaking people because I am not surrounded by those people who speak in English. This is why I had a feeling but not now because if I have gained this much fluency, if I am fluent like this, I can be fluent like a native speaker one day. Yes, because sometimes, and if I talk about today, let me explain with you what I did today so that you can understand how I practice daily of English speaking. If you are just practicing and feeling stuck and thinking why I am not able to speak with real people, let me explain with you my experience. I got a call after at the time of 1 p.m. I guess from a HR, and he was asking me, "Are you looking for a job?" I was like, "No, not now, but how do you got? How did you get my number?" So she told me that Nitish sent your profile to us. This is why I am reaching to you. I was like, okay, because Nitish is my friend with whom I was working at the corporate job. This is why he recommended my profile. I don't think he recommended or not, but yes, I thought at that time. So I was like, okay, she was talking to me in English. Literally, she was talking to me in English, and I am, believe me, I was communicating with her in English only because I have so much practice of English speaking. Most of, more than 5 months, I am speaking straightly without skipping any day. Continuously, I am speaking. This is why I have, filled my mind with English words, with English sentences, with English, with English functions and with English structures as well. This is why I was literally communicating with her only in English, and she was conducting the interview at the same time, and I was giving her the answers only in English, and I was, shocked after, got the call cut. I was shocked. Did I, you know, communicate with her only in English? Yes, I did. Because of, not because I, you know, ha- not because of the, this was a magical moment or not. This is my, you know, result of this journey, which I am just following. I am not going to, quit this journey because I am just enjoying my journey. Yes, I am enjoying. And most of the times I always, share with you whenever I, with my senior in the chamber, I always talk to my senior only in English because he is fluent in English. This is why I try to communicate with him because I don't have any partner to speak with. And how can I, you know, practice with the real people? Because without speaking with real people, you can't, your mind, doesn't think enough, I can say. Because if I am talking to you, my mind is giving words to my tongue and I am just speaking out, and somehow I am not thinking in my mother tongue. I am thinking in English. I am not trying to translate what I am just thinking, what I am just translating, then I am just saying. No, I am not doing it. This is I have achieved over the time by practice only. Because I don't care about my grammar, I don't care about anything, I only care about I am practicing or not. If I am practicing, that is enough. Sometimes, I don't read, sometimes I don't even, not write. Yes, I don't write sometimes. But there is one thing I can't skip, that is speaking practice. I always, practice. I always practice. Daily practice. I do daily practice. And this is the, kind of weapon I have, that is consistency in English. This is why I am gaining fluency day by day. Because if you are getting better day by day, it is the kind of sign for growth. Yes, because I am sharpening my skill daily, day by day. If I learn, if I practice, 1 hour a day, and then I skip whole week, I can't be fluent this much. Because of, I am saying to my mind, I am forcing my mind daily to, you know think in English, to create the environment of English. Whenever I feel like, okay, it's time to practice with people, I try to speak. And whenever I think like, okay, it's a public place and I should not speak anything loud, I always think in my mind how to express it in English. And this is why I am training my mind continuously, not from now, continuously, more than 5 months straightly. This is why my mind, have achieved that kind of, you know focus. Because I always force, I always force my mind to think in English, not translate in English, but think in English. This is why nowadays I feel so comfortable to speak in English, but not, I am not so confident and not so comfortable as a native language or as a native speaker. But yes, I will be fluent and I will be, so comfortable. And nowadays, when it's time to submission, when it's time to give submission in the court, I try to give only in English. Yes, literally, trust me. Because why I'm learning? I'm learning for, argument in the court. I am just learning English to defend my client and argue for my client, to give the submission in my case only in English, to make impact in the eye of court. Yes, court. Why I'm just saying court? Because I'm not saying I want to make impact in the eye of judge. I also want to make impact in the eye of my opposite council, and as well as the other councils who, you know, wait for their turn. This is why, and this is all about my day. If I talk about what I did today, in the morning there was a matter listed in this section 138, and then I went in the matter for appearance, and then I have another matter to e-file, and then I complete the file, and then I e-filed. And another task was I have today, that was I have to, you know, payment. I have to payment for settlement of a challan. So I made a payment in favor of the challan. So challan has been settled. And yes, I have three tasks of the day, and fourth one is making video of English speaking practice. So now I'm just working on my fourth task, and it is completed, but still I am just trying to speak, but I am just reminding my you know reminding. I am just remembering what I did today, and then I went to the gym, I guess. Yes, and yes, nowadays I am working, and now I am shooting vlog for my main channel daily. Yes, most of the time, not most of the time, but sometime I am giving to shoot my vlogs. Whenever I feel like okay, it's time to shoot for vlogs, then I shoot. And then I went to the gym, and in the gym, when I was doing exercise, I was today. If I talk about today, when I was doing exercise, I was feeling that I had no, energy in between when I was, doing exercise. During the exercise, I was feeling I don't have any energy. So in the middle, I left the gym. I came to my room, and when I was coming to my room, there was a shop I can see. So I have the sugarcane juice, I can say. Yes, sugarcane juice. And then I came to my room, and then I boiled seven eggs, and then I have seven eggs, and then I feel like okay, now I am just energized, and then I went to get a bath, and then I after getting bath I have dinner, and after having dinner I was watching videos, and then there was a call from my home. I talked to my mother, father, and bhabhi as well. And after that, there was a call from my sister because I have only sister. So she called me, and I was talking to her and her daughter as well, my niece. My niece was sleeping, and I was just watching my, niece when she was sleeping. So it is all about till now. I am just going to getting sleep. Not getting sleep. I have to edit the blog of the day so that I can upload. So it will be uploaded, or it will be public on tomorrow in the morning, 8 a.m. in the morning. Bye. Catch you guys tomorrow. I am practicing daily. If you are watching this video till now, if you know how can I improve fast, if you have any suggestion for me, let me know in the comment box. I am welcoming you in the comment box.